Hello, this is Josiah Growth here with Back to Bliss, and today we're going to be discussing some Ayurvedic topics. As you know, most of the time we come up with these video topics because they happen in a session or we have a client conversation, and this one was no different. A couple days ago we had a lot of discussion about fear. And one thing that Ayurveda talks about fear is that it is associated with constricting energy. It is also associated with this primal vibrational essence called Vata. And if we use what we know about Vata, if we use what we know about our theory, where Vatic energy is associated in the body, where fear tends to constrict us the most, we can go backwards from that, and we can use manipulations such as massage, yoga, stretching, and other things that we know are the opposite of fear-creating energies and fear-creating activities, and we can open up those body parts so that going backwards from the physical up into the body, into the emotional layer, we can help to minimize our body's susceptibility to fear and our body's concentration of primal fear-associated energy. And so that's a big mouthful, but to get down into the details of it, what I wanted to talk about today is what body parts can you work on specifically to help with fear. And so there are three specific things I wanted to talk about today. And so the first one, the easiest one, is the hamstrings. And so who knew, right? The hamstrings are associated with constricting energy and fear. And so very often we are told that tension is everywhere in our bodies. When we get afraid, we curl up, we turtle up, but we don't often think about our leg muscles. And so for anybody interested in doing some stretching, hamstring stretches, forward bending basically. Forward bending will cool any aggravated energy, but will also open up the hamstrings, and this is a concentration of these fear energy. So if you get rid of it by stretching, you can reduce your impulse to be afraid. Next that we want to talk about is we want to talk about this idea of turtling up. And so if somebody said, there's a ball coming here, duck, what do? You don't know where it's coming from, but you curl in. And so the constriction through here, through the pecs and the neck, and basically the holding of the breath, all of these things are associated with fear as well. If you just take a look at my posture, it looks very unafraid, very confident, dominant, very strong. And so all of these things are associated with the opposite of a fearful personality, a fearful posture. And so simply sitting like the captain in the captain's chair with your arms open, hanging out for 5 minutes will help to reduce fear, because it expands all of these things. It opens the heart, and it opens the breathing apparatus, it opens the airways. And so that's the second place to look at it. And then the third place is a little bit more esoteric and may not be for everybody. But the third place is the colon is associated with fear. And so often we can talk about ways to help with a better bowel movement. We can help with more lubrication in the colon, and we can help with anything in the GI tract to help the colon be more effective and functioning better. And so if you think about what the colon does in our body, the colon is where we dry out the stool. That's where a dryness occurs. And so if there's too much dryness and too much of that energy, which has the same associations as the emotion of fear, then we can help to remove the emotion of fear by removing the associated energetic principles in the colon. And so one of the things that they do in Ayurveda is they do a small oil retention enema. They also give herbs to help lubricate, like licorice, which may be much more up to everybody's speed. And so like a licorice tea is something really nice to take when you're afraid. There is, as always, lots more that we could talk about, lots more details, but I just wanted to talk about very specifically within your body, 3 parts, 3 places where fear energy resides, and how you can take specific action to open those places up and create a lack or a removal of the vibration that causes fear energy. And so hopefully you found this helpful, and if you're interested in more, check out some of our Ayurveda classes at Back to Bliss. Have a great day and see you soon.